Good day, Miss Linsizen here. Thank you for joining me on this little tour through our first project-based learning assignment. This is it. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at this project already. As you may or may not know, we are going to be doing three projects. This is the first of those three. Each of the projects will follow this basic pattern. I'm not going to go over through the whole project today. I want to concentrate on these first week, what we're going to be doing this week. So this is your graded assignments that we're going to start. You are going to have a grader assigned to you. You may or may not have me as a grader. If you do, I'm super excited about it. If you don't, then you are still more than welcome to ask for my help or come to my every day. I will have video conferencing twice a day. So you are more than welcome to come to me during that time for help. I also will be answering questions through email, so please feel free to email me if you have any questions. My job is to help make this fantastic for you, and I'm, of course, excited about that job. So, this first project is going to be globalization in the US economy. I think this topic is really timely for all of us right now. These are projects that are based around one idea. As we go through these, some of them are going to be like this one is more social sciences and language arts. The next one, I believe, is going to be more STEM based. So each one of them is going to have a different focus. So this is our first one. The challenge, all of them are going to follow this basic pattern that it will start with a challenge brief. Of course, I am assuming that all of you can read, as I know you can. So you will first read through the challenge brief. It explains the project with just an overview. If you need some support, whether or not English is your first language, these are supports that are built in for you. Please feel free to use them. I'm going to let you check those out if you would like to use them. So, of course, we will, for all projects, have a driving question. Our first driving question for this project is, how does globalization impact the US economy? So, like I said, this is going to be social sciences based. And basically, you're going to be answering that question. Your final presentation is going to be either a YouTube video, a TikTok, or another form of media that answers this big question. I am so excited to see what you come up with. I do not think that you will find this project difficult to do. I hope you do find this project challenging and that you really think deeply about this project. You are going to have a sum total of two assignments each week. They are going to be graded by one of your teachers, which I'm sure you've already figured out who that's going to be. If you haven't, I'm sure they'll be letting you know soon. And they are going to be responsible for grading it, but any teacher can help you to make this project fantastic. So, like I said, even if I'm not your grader, please allow me to help you. Um, that's going to be your big question. So, the whole project is going to be going around that. So, you're going to be doing some independent research and producing some products. Let's go ahead and go to the first week. So after I'm sorry, let me just go over what comes next in here. So we're going to be just looking at the instructional plan. So this is the model. As you know, if you have me as a teacher, that I really like rubrics because it's easy for you to understand how we're going to be grading you. Since you only have these two assignments this week and every week, you were going to be expected to perform at a high level. These are this is how we're going to be grading you. So you can kind of look through this and determine how your grade would be. You, of course, are going to be exceeding expectations. That's going to be your highest grade. That's what you're always shooting for. Meeting expectations, approaching expectations, or initiating progress. I'm so sorry, y'all. I am not going to be happy if that's where you are, but as always, you are getting to be the point of an adult. You may choose um, the level you would like to perform at, but I'm hoping for a lot of exceeding expectations. I'm going to be guiding you through this project, so there should not be any surprises. If I'm your grader, I'm going to be checking on you. We're going to be communicating twice a week, so I'll need to see you twice a week in a meeting, or you'll need to be checking your emails and responding to my twice weekly emails. I do hope that you will choose to come to my open conferences twice a day. You don't need to come twice a day, but you'll choose to come at least twice a week, and allow me to help you make your projects really fantastic. Alrighty. The next thing on here is the project schedule. So if you see right here, here are your 6 projects that you will be responsible for. We're going to be specifically really diving into these first 2 assignments that you're going to be doing this week. As you can see, the first assignment is due on April the 13th. Please try to have the assignments in on the day that they are due. This first assignment might be a little difficult because you probably are just looking at this on April the 13th. It is very important that you keep up with your assignments, that you submit them when they're due. If you this is a difficult thing for you to do based on some other thing, it's difficult for all of us. Everything's difficult right now. Please communicate with your grader through email or through going to mine or their um, conferences that they're going to have, so that we kind of have an idea if you haven't turned it in, why you haven't. Also, going to the conferences are going to help you to know how to do it better. It's also going to help you to keep yourself on track. So please adhere to these grading dates that things are due. All right, so let's look at your first 2 assignments. So the next thing that we have is ignite. There's a science word for you. Ignite means to start something up. Typically, it's like a fire. So we're going to get you really excited about this week, or at least get you to think about this question this week. So in order to do that, here is what you're going to read again. You've got some supports if you need them. Please feel free to utilize these supports if they're helpful to you. All right, so you're going to read this, and then you're going to come down. I'm going to leave that guiding question so you can see it, because that's going to be important. So real simple, here's our assignments for this week. On the 13th, you're supposed to complete this document and submit to Schoolology. So I'm going to split my screen here. Boom. And there we go. By the magic of technology, I have pulled this up for you, and you can see both of them at the same time. Ta-da, aren't I? Just fantastically apt at this. So here's your first assignment. Super simple. This is probably the simplest of the assignments. It is a check-in and project plan. So it's a virtual check-in. It says the April the 7th, but really that should be the 13th. As I said before, if you figure out how to go back in time, let me know so we can monetize it. So it's just a virtual check-in. And you are going to, of course, hopefully you know what your name is, you're at One-Chi, and then you're going to answer these 4 questions. Please answer in complete sentences. You know how to do that. I will let you know if you're not meeting that expectation, and I'm going to send it back to you, so do it the first time. And as you go down, you can read this for yourself, but basically what it's saying is you are going to go back to these 6 assignments, and you are going to basically create a plan of when you're going to do these assignments. So of course, if something's due on the 17th, you don't want to just wait until the 17th to do it. You're going to kind of look what's in that assignment and sort of get an idea of how you're going to do these 6 assignments. So let me pull this back up. Here we go. Sorry, I wasn't really singing. I wouldn't do that to you. Um, so if you go down here, it says that you're going to evaluate yourself. So I'm going to want to see this again at the end, and you're going to evaluate yourself. Excellent, above average, satisfactory, needs improvement. It's okay if you need improvement. I need improvement all the time. So then what you're going to do is you're going to fill in the due dates of these assignments, and then you're going to put how you're going to break those tasks up. So this is due on the 13th. If you don't get it on the 13th, that's okay, especially for this first one. But try to, since this is a project and it's going to make a lot more sense if you do the assignments and turn them in when they're due. Any project's going to build on itself. So don't wait to turn in the things. Do it as it is due. So that's due on the 13th. So that's assignment number one. So if you click on this where it's Ignite Assignments, hold on just a second, let me pull this up. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here, hopefully. Whoops, okay. Didn't work out the way that I wanted to, but I'm just going to kind of go through it. So this is the Ignite, I'm sorry, the how to submit an assignment. So if you need some help with that, just go ahead and look over this. If you are still struggling with getting into Schoolology, please let me know and I can hopefully work through that with you or get somebody who can help you. All right, so that's just how you turn in your assignments. Let me get off of that. Then the next thing that you're going to want to open up are the guiding questions. So this guiding question document is going to help you to answer that big driving question right here. This driving question right here. These guiding questions are going to help you to prepare to answer that question. So assignment number two, which is due on April 17th, is a Google slide presentation that answers question one, two, three, and five. You will complete this Google Slides with question number 4 and 6 later on in the project. So in order to help you to answer those, they have linked 3 videos. So these are the 3 videos. It's not the only thing that you can use to answer it, but it does answer these 4 questions. What is globalization? Globalization explained, and then globalization theories. So this is going to answer these 4 questions. So some of these questions are going to be just pretty simple. Some of them are going to ask you to think pretty deeply, and it's going to ask you for opinions. But these 4 are just basically getting the information from the video and then putting it into this PowerPoint. Um, hopefully you know how to use PowerPoint, or it says Google Slides, but of course you can use PowerPoint. I actually myself prefer to work with PowerPoint, probably because I'm just used to it. So if you need some help with that, how to use Google Slides, a quick tutorial for new Google Slide presentations. Please make these presentations look really good. You've got plenty of time. It's 4 questions. So make sure that they look really good. And then you are going to turn it in on the Google Classroom. I'm sorry, not Google Classroom, Google Slides. I will, by Monday, post the times, the tentative times. We are going to need to have some grace and some patience with each other. I am going to put out what I think will be my schedule for this week, but sometimes things change, as we all know. So if my schedule changes, I will let you know as soon as I know. Please stop by and visit me in one of the chats this week. If you have any questions, please, whether or not I'm your grader, please email me. I'd be glad to hear from you, and of course, always glad to help. Have a super week. I will be seeing you hopefully.